Did not blend that in properly. Hello everybody, so today's video is going to be a trend that I saw on Instagram called This or That. I mean, it's a game that we've all played probably when we were younger, right? So there's so many different versions you can go with that. You can talk about foods or you can talk about just anything in general. So I thought it'd be fun to make that trend a YouTube video instead of just doing it through my stories. I am very active on my stories. If you don't follow me yet on Instagram, I recommend you do so. I'm trying to up my Instagram game. I just took a few Instagram pics. So this is the remnants of what my look looked like. I like these little 3-tiered bubble earrings, and then I made a 3-tiered bubble ponytail, just like Princess Jasmine, my favorite Disney princess of all time. Well, actually it's kind of changed. If Tangled is around, she may be my favorite. I feel like this is a really bad setup. Like, you can barely see me. Oh, you can see Stormy now. Okay, I like this better. First question is, are you seriously gonna leave right when I got the camera on you? Stretch it out, girl, stretch it out. Get those hips, lay down. Come on, people want you to be in this video with me. Be a part of the game. That's a good girl. This is the star of the show. Anything she wants, her daddy definitely gives her. Excuse me. Well, I guess I'll keep petting you while I answer these questions. First question, matcha ice cream or matcha latte? Absolutely matcha latte. I like iced matchas, hot matchas, but I haven't found a good matcha ice cream that I've really loved. And that just might be because I haven't had the right brand, but I don't know. I would definitely pick a matcha latte. There's something about just like drinking it that I love. Cake or pie? Cake. Love me some pie. Love me some pie. Really only around the holiday season. I don't crave pie on the reg. I love cake. Love it. I could eat it every night if I had to. Carrot cake. Ooh, carrot cake is my favorite. My mom introduced that flavor to me and I'm obsessed. I love the texture with it. I love the spices. I love everything about it. But I really love from Susie Cakes here, a vanilla, just straight up vanilla celebration cake. Phenomenal. And I also love a decadent moist chocolate cake. I also love a lemon cake. Ooh, strawberry cake. At our wedding, we had the most bomb strawberry jam cake. And then we also had another layer of almond vanilla. So good. And she's back to chewing her bone. So excuse that noise. So yeah, absolutely cake. Zac Efron or Channing Tatum? Zac Efron. I don't see the hype around Channing Tatum. Awesome dancer, great body. I enjoy him in movies, but there's something I just don't, like, I'm not attracted to. I don't know. It's just for me. And then Zac Efron, yeah. Especially in that new documentary he has on Netflix. I'm all for it. But I don't like picking between people. Like, I feel bad doing that. You know, they're both great. They're both great in their own ways. Next question, coffee or tea? If you know me, you know that I don't drink coffee. I've probably had like 3 sips of coffee my whole life. I only drink tea. That's my only source of energy. Hence why I'm tired all the time and you guys are the energy bunny because I am not caffeinated enough. Louis Vuitton or Gucci? I actually only have one designer bag and it's a Gucci bag that my grandma gave me a long time ago. It's like a vintage Gucci bag because she worked at Saks Fifth Avenue. I would say Louis Vuitton. There's something about Louis Vuitton that's like so classic. If I were to buy anything designer, which I most likely won't because I don't love designer stuff that much, but I would love like a Louis Vuitton backpack or a real like Louis Vuitton purse. I think like a really cute like tote bag that I would definitely, if I had the money, would invest in because I just feel like I've always loved it. It never goes out of style in my mind, but overall I have a fake Louis Vuitton wallet and it works just as well. Italy or Greece? Ooh, I've been to Greece and it is very beautiful and I haven't been to Italy, so I'd probably say Italy just because I really want to go there. But I don't know, everyone really loves Greece every time they go, so I feel lucky. I went to Mykonos and I went to Athens. Athens was like not what I thought it would be, but Mykonos was a dream and we really wanted to go to Santorini, but we just never got the opportunity to get over there. It's a whole thing. You gotta get on a boat and get there, and yeah, we just didn't end up doing it, but hopefully one day I will. This is a very common one. Milk chocolate or dark chocolate? I'm a dark chocolate fan. I just love the richness. Honestly, I love the combination of the two. I really love chocolate in general. I could pick both, but if I had to, dark chocolate, I love it. It's dreamy, it's decadent, it's for me. Another food question, sushi or Thai food? I would have to say, ooh, this is really hard. I'd have to say Thai food because I just feel like there's an assortment of food that I would like to pick from. Like there's just a wide range of like pad Thai or chicken satay or, you know, broccoli and beef. There's just so many things offered, whereas sushi, since I don't like sushimi, I think it just limits me if they don't have more of the specialty rolls, which I love. Like, I love a good sushi night. But yeah, I definitely go with Thai food. I love like egg rolls, pad Thai, it's my jam. Peonies or hydrangas, which if you don't know are flowers, two different type of flowers. Ooh, I love them both so much. They both were in my wedding bouquet and all my bridesmaids. Oh wait, no, the peonies wasn't, because peonies are very expensive. It was just mine. Oh, I guess I would go with peonies because they look more like a flower, whereas hydrangeas have a little bit more of like a thickness like a plant. Serena Vanderwoodson or Blair Waldorf? That is a good question. That's a really good question. And if you don't watch Gossip Girl, you really need to. I'm very curious how the new one is going to turn out because the OG one was everything. The cast was phenomenal. Like, I wonder when they're going to create a TV show again where the cast is just like brand new, clean slate, and then all of them just pop off. I guess the question would be, who am I more like, or which one do I like better? Because I have two different answers. In the TV show, I actually like Blair a lot better than Serena. Serena I tend to find to be really annoying. I didn't think that when I first started watching the show, but then as I rewatched the episodes, I'm like, okay girl, well, I don't want to call myself annoying, but I feel like I'm more like Serena in the way of my personality. Yeah, because Blair just has a little bit too hard of an exterior, and I don't have that at all. Like, I'm very hard on my sleeve, and I feel like Serena is very much like that. Takeout or dine in? Honestly, takeout. I love being in my own home. I'm like a homebody. I love to just like pop on a TV show that I love to watch, get in my comfy clothes, get on the couch with a cozy blanket, and call it a night. But I did have a revelation the other day. I think that's the right word. Revelation? I had a realization. I'm so bad with words sometimes. I had a realization the other day when I was going to take out food, but I decided to dine out because they can only do outdoor seating here in LA right now. And as I sat down, I was waiting on my meal and a celebrity walked by and they were getting their picture taken by a paparazzi. And I was like, okay, I mean, it wasn't a big deal to me because it wasn't someone like I was like, woo, all about, but it still was cool to like see that if I had just gotten in my comfort zone and took my food home, I wouldn't have had that experience and like seen that. And so I just really think that sometimes you have to force yourself out of your comfort zone, enjoy the social settings, even though sometimes it can cause you like a little bit of anxiety, but the outdoor seating is so nice. It was a beautiful day. I was in the middle of Beverly Hills and I saw like a random celeb, so there you go. Actually, there's a lot of these, so I should probably go a little quicker so it's not a super long video. Train or plane? A plane. I love to get places quickly and a plane is the quickest way to do that, but I would really love to go on one of those scenic train rides. I think those are just the coolest thing, and my friend's mom goes on them and they are so pretty, so I would love to experience that at one point. The mountains or the beach? I think this is why I love LA so much, because you get both. It's amazing. You're on the beach and you see the mountains. It just, to me, feels like right out of a movie. But if I had to pick one, I would definitely go with the beach. There's something just about the sound of the ocean, the smell of the ocean. It's so calming. Like, every time I go there, I just feel so refreshed. Whereas the mountains, I mean, I love it. It's really relaxing and peaceful to me, but there's something about being around water that just brings so much joy to me. So I would go with the beach. Zoo or circus? This is so random. I would pick neither because I think it's really messed up to keep animals in captivity, and I've been learning more and more about it. So absolutely not the circus, because that is not necessary whatsoever, even though I have been to my fair share of circuses, and I think it's a part of history that's very interesting, but I just don't think there's a need for that anymore. And I guess I would go with the zoo because I think there are some zookeepers that genuinely really love animals and want to do research and really help them as much as possible, especially with animals that are becoming extinct. So I would go with the zoo. Cat or dog? Obviously a dog. I love her. I'm not saying I'd never get a cat. I think they're like really mysterious and cool, but they are a very different personality than dogs are, and I just prefer the personality of dogs. I also heard that you could get a parasite if you have a cat. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that is a real statistic. Name brand food or off-brand food? Honestly, I used to be such a stickler for buying exactly the name brand food because I thought the recipes like would alter if I didn't use that. Like, I had to use the Kellogg's Rice Krispie brand cereal, or I felt like my cereal bars are not gonna turn out, which is silly. And now I kind of I balance it out because it is pricier to buy name brand foods, but I do think there is a time and place for it because there are some brands that are really just better and they are worth the extra price, like Kerrygold butter. I'm not using that butter for every single thing in my recipes because it is expensive, but if there's something that I know, like my chocolate chip cookies, I don't make it like too often, but I make it often enough where I want it to be quality, I'll use that butter. Gas fire or real fire, you know the drill. Real fire all day, baby. There is nothing like it. I will always remember my dad and my grandpa teaching me how to make a real fire in my grandma's living room, and it just brings me so much joy every time I'm there and I see my dad making one or my grandma making one or my aunt. Anyone who makes it in that fireplace, like, is so special to me. The smell from a real fire, there's nothing like it. Just the ambiance it gives, it's magical. Spring or fall, you know me. Fall all the way, baby. It's my time of year to thrive. Matcha or chai. Ooh, that is a good one. Whew, matcha or chai, matcha chai. Ooh, God, I don't know. Ow. But it's getting sore. Stormy pick for me. I don't want to pick matcha or chai. I just really love the spices in a chai. I like a matcha, but sometimes matchas can taste like a little too much like grass to me if it's not done correctly. So yeah, a chai. Ice cream or cookies? Can I do both? An ice cream cookie sandwich? Because I love those. But I would absolutely choose cookies. Cookies are my favorite. I would not say no to a cookie. Could not deny it even if I wanted to. I just couldn't. Give them to me all day, every day. I could eat a cookie every single day. Oh, I like this question. Saturday or Sunday? And I want you guys to answer these too. So I'll leave them down in the description box so that you guys can write them out if you want to. So Saturday, I feel like it's so nice because you know absolutely on Sunday you don't have anything to do. There's not that feeling of like, oh man, it's the start of the day, I gotta go back to work, which Sunday offers. But there's also something so calming and relaxing about a Sunday that, I don't know, I just always really love. There's something that feels like family on a Sunday, that it's a family Sunday dinner kind of day. I think I would choose Sunday because right now I don't dread going to work, so Mondays for me are wonderful. But I could understand how, like, if you don't love the job that you have, you could look at Monday negatively and you're like, darn, like Sundays just aren't it for me. Feel grateful for both days that I don't have to work on the weekends anymore. So I do every now and then, but I know that's not an option for some people, so I really do cherish my weekends because I know I shouldn't take them for granted because so many people don't have weekends. Live concerts or car jams? I think a car jam. I love a good car jam. I do it every day. Every day. If you were to drive by me, you know my hands would be, well, one hand on the steering wheel, but my other hand is up in the air and waving like I just don't care. I don't know. It's just something so freeing about screaming at the top of your lungs, with the windows down, hitting your face. Like, I love it. Concerts can be too loud, too many people. You have to wait longer than expected sometimes. There's something about the environment that just doesn't totally excite me, like I know it does for this person who is my friend Brandy, and she lives for a live concert. Reality shows or scripted shows? Scripted shows 1000%, but there's nothing I love more than coming home, getting my little snickety snack, and teeing up some Real Housewives. I love the Real Housewives. There's something about the way Bravo has done it. Favorite one? Beverly Hills. Second favorite? Salt Lake. Third favorite? Dallas. Love them. Filter or no filter? Honestly, I've been loving the no filters lately. On my photos though, I do really love to add grain. I really like that vintagey feel that grain has to offer, so I guess that would be considered a filter, but I try not to filter them too much. In the past I have, absolutely. Same with my Instagram stories. Like, I've been starting to just love not using the filters that they give me. Not just like on my face, just in general, like even if it's just me and my food or going out and about. I'm trying not to use them as much. Sometimes they can give it a nice aesthetic. Black and white photos or color photos. I literally had this question in my mind yesterday when I went to go post my photo, because one photo looked really good in black and white, and there's something just so clean and crisp about black and white photos, but then there's something so like lively and beautiful about the colorful photos. So I really like couldn't figure out which one I was gonna post. I ended up posting both just in separate photos. I think I would go with color photos because I love just like the color that life has to offer. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Yes, a little Y2K action here. NSYNC 1000%. Like, don't even get me started. Sick and tired of hearing all you people talk about, yeah, what's the deal with this pop life and when it's gonna fade out? Never. I mean, appreciate Backstreet Boys music. I just don't get it sometimes. How could you? Look, we shouldn't pick teams. The next question actually is a team question, and I should say we really shouldn't pick one side or the other because they're all great, they're all wonderful, they're all talented. It's not nice to pit people against each other. The next question, Britney or Christina? If you've watched Framing Britney, we all know that we really shouldn't be pitting people against each other because it can cause a lot of damage. I loved both these women with all of my heart. Like, I idolized them, as any 90s, early 2000s kid did, right? But I definitely favored Christina more because, here, just listen, hear me out. Christina's vocals are superior, I think these are just the facts, right? Than Britney. Britney's performance and entertainment, in my opinion, is superior than Christina. So each has their own thing going for them, but I was more drawn to Christina's vibe, overall vibe. You know, people dropped off of Christina after the dirty era, and I loved Christina. I loved her during that era. Now everyone's looking back then and thinking, what a trailblazer, and I'm like, you guys, I saw from the beginning, you all just trotted along. When Britney, Christina, and Madonna came out on stage at the VMAs, oh my gosh, it was a dream. It was a dream for me. I couldn't believe I witnessed that live. Kids now like don't realize how iconic that was, to just be sitting on your bedroom floor watching that go down, and I was just like, this is pop culture, baby. I love it. I soak it all up. Two icons in their own right. Who do I gravitate towards more? It's Christina. Next question is Marvel or DC Comics? I don't really know a difference between the both. I think I would go with Marvel just because I'm watching WandaVision right now. Reels or TikTok? I really think that I just like separating the two. I do the Reels because I know that it can push out the algorithm more for you, and I told you guys I'm trying to up my Instagram game. Instagram or Facebook? Honestly, Facebook, who? Essential oils or candles? You're gonna be surprised. I have a different answer than what you think I would say. I love candles, don't get me wrong. I have been diffusing essential oils a lot lately, and I just think the benefits of them are so much better for your body, and there's so many ways you can use them. It's so versatile. If my life depended on it, I would choose essential oil. I think essential oils would help me more in the long run. Breakfast or intermittent fasting? Breakfast is my absolute favorite food. I think that what works best for my body is when I intermittent fast and I don't have that breakfast. But the reason why I love breakfast food so much is because it's very heavy based around carbohydrates, which I really shouldn't be eating anyways if I'm trying to intermittent fast, and like that's not the best way to break your fast. I try not to eat breakfast food as much as possible. I love cereal, I love waffles, pancakes, I love it all. Disney or Nickelodeon? I was a Disney kid through and through. Every now and then I would dabble into the Nickelodeon shows, Johnny Bravo, Powderpuff Girls, Fairly Odd Parents, Dexter's Laboratory, but really Disney Channel TV shows, their movies just slayed it back then. And then the last question is 90s or 2000s trends? Way to give me a hard one to end on. I would choose, I think there's something so sophisticated and grungy and cool about the 90s. Lots of neutral tones, which I love. Y2K 2000s, I just feel like was a way of expression that we just hadn't seen in a really long time, where things were just mixed and mashed, and a lot of it was ugly, but like it worked. It's kind of like a pug, you know? It's so ugly, it's cute. And I think it's really cool that the trends have come back into fashion now, because we can kind of pick through the bad and really work with the good that those eras had to offer. If I had to choose one, I think I would go with the 90s, just because I feel like it has more of a longevity when it comes to fashion, where I feel like 2000s trends are more of a phase. That was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love like doing little question and answers. All right, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.